that when you said, oh, they've had the final confrontation with Sephiroth, that was the end of the first disc, and there are 3 discs.
Start recording. I had like sort of a weird night last night because like at 1 a.m. I started doing Ring Fit Adventure and I blew my
Any reason why?
I don't know. I think I'm going through something. Yeah, everybody welcome. So what we're going to do today is Ree over here above me is has been so kind as to prepare a presentation, a slideshow for me. I do not know anything about Final Fantasy VII. I never played the original, and I never, I don't know a lot about the remake either. I'll just qualify that I've played the demo of the remake, which is like the first 45 minutes of it. So here's everything I know about Final Fantasy VII before we get started, for full disclosure. Cloud has a big sword.
You're not wrong.
Aerith and Tifa are both best girls, but also awful.
Yes.
No. They're warring factions. Barrett is problematic.
I'll put a few screenshots showing that.
Sephiroth has a big sword also, but his is very thin and long, but Cloud has more girth. I have played some of Kingdom Hearts. I've played Kingdom Hearts 2, so like, and that I get, you know what, that doesn't even matter. That would give me literally no extra context as to what's going on in this.
I don't think playing Kingdom Hearts 2 would even give you context what's happening in Kingdom Hearts 2. So.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Through this presentation, piece together 100% accurately exactly what's going on in Final Fantasy VII and recount the entire story to you. So yeah, please take it away.
And then I looked at it when it was a completed product of 44 slides and thought, oh my god, this makes absolutely no sense. So I'm really looking forward to what you make of this. So first of all, you said you had a bit of knowledge of the game, but I just thought we'd go through the characters, only the main 3, I'd say, just to see where we're at here. So, the main boy, you already said his name, Cloud. So, just what sort of vibe do you get from Cloud? What's his deal?
It seems like he's sort of like I think he's like the edgy kind of character that they wanted back then. Like, every video game was like, you know, this was like, oh, this isn't Nintendo, you know, and it's like, Cloud's like an edgy teenager, I think, who's like, probably like plays by his own rules, and then like, you know, he's like, you can't tell me what to do. I'm truly ambivalent towards society's needs. That sort of follows along with, I'd feel a lot better if you settled down with a nice girlfriend. Maybe that's his mother, kind of saying like, I really want, you know, you to just like stop this rebel lifestyle.
What is going on here? How does this happen?
Oh, wow. We're just going to jump into it.
Yeah.
Why don't you dress up like a girl? It's the only way. It's the only way to get into maybe this is some sort of women's social club. Maybe it's some sort of a debutante ball. You know, actually, that actually follows along. I don't know that Cloud is doing a really good job of just like being in disguise there. It doesn't seem like...
You're not buying it.
He doesn't seem like he's covered his face at all in any way.
He's owning it in the remake. I'll give them that. They went the whole month.
100%. I think that there's some sort of like a pageant or something that like women are expected to be in. I think this is some sort of you know what this is? That like one of the bad guys probably is like the owner or like a judge at the beauty pageant, and Cloud is like trying to infiltrate it because they need to like win the pageant in order to like get access to him.
After I've introduced the characters, we'll just go through the plot step by step. And then you'll be able to figure out how a beauty pageant fits into fighting Sephiroth. So,
I'm excited.
All right. Final bit of the end. There we go.
Yeah, I do know Aerith. I also know her because there's the YouTuber that I watch, Brianna White, who voices her.
Oh yes. Oh, she's lovely.
So I remember her being very excited about getting that role. So I'm seeing this guy R6, which I guess I don't know. Does this game have a lot of like typos in it, or
that's to be generous, really. Yeah, it was the initial translation on the original PlayStation was not the best.
Okay, so either we're looking at this guy is sick or these guys are sick. You know what? There's like a healer in every party, right? I think Aerith is the healer, and she's like, oh, I can, you know, this guy are sick, I can heal him.
Okay, and last of the main characters we're gonna deal with before we dive into the story This dude right here.
Okay,
Sephiroth.
I think that's Sephiroth. Yeah, I know the katana he has. He looks angry. But in that first image, he also looks like a little bit concerned about something. Like he's not just like evil. I think he's got a cause. I think he's fighting for some sort of. Maybe this is like a morally gray bad guy. I do like that he's taken his shirt off in the last one.
And I wanted to give you an intro to all the characters, but then I realized we were dealing with 44 slides here. So just those are the companions.
Sorry, is that a gremlin?
Which one?
You know which one I'm talking about.
Okay.
Huh.
So
that cat has a megaphone, huh? All right, go on.
Okay, so we're going to start fairly tame.
Okay.
This is the setting. Do you know anything about it?
I do. This is Midgar. I know that because people screamed a lot about that the entire remake is in Midgar. I'm pretty sure that, and that's bad, I think.
This is the first bit of the game. You might remember this from the demo, actually.
Okay. Yes, there we go.
Nice. Now
I'm ready.
Okay.
Yeah, so come on, newcomer, follow me. Okay, so that's Barrett. I know he has a. This is actually kind of strange because I guess this is what the game looked like in game, but like
yeah,
I feel like the cutscenes were a lot like more like realistic looking. Yeah, am I wrong?
Yeah, so it's sort of there's like the CG cutscenes where they look a bit less Lego-y, but a lot of the story is told through this like arms like this sort of weird models here.
It sounds like Cloud is. It looks like Cloud's gone off a train, I guess, and it looks like Barrett is saying like, hey. Or these guys, okay, so Cloud gets off a train. These guys have attacked him. Barrett, like, shoots him down with his gun arm and is like, hey, kid, follow me. That's what I'm thinking we're going. It's because of that. Did they do this in the game?
Yeah. There is actual censored, but then it makes no sense because as you'll see later on, there is uncensored swearing as well.
Sorry, that was my cat if you saw a phantom tail. It's because of that fucking pizza, I guess, that people underneath are suffering. Because of the pizza. This is a Snowpiercer situation. All the people at the back of the train are being fed pizza only, but the pizza is poisoned. And the people at the back of the train, like the lower income people of this city, are being fed pizza that's no good. It's like it's pizza by Alfredo. It's bad. They're suffering because they're not getting any nutrition. I'm not sure why. It seems like pizza might not be the first thing I would think of when like I think of like starving people living off of carbs. I guess from the demo I understood there was some sort of power plant that was the bad guy, but maybe it was Domino's.
They just got really big in the future.
And the flower girl, nice to meet you. So it looks like we're in a church. And a flower girl, this leads me to think we might be at a wedding. A wedding was going on here. Something caused everybody to flee. Aerith stuck around, I guess, and she's just kind of... I guess she's standing in a bunch of flowers, too. You know what? That's strange, because it seems like it would take a while for those to grow. Is like the girl who sits in the flowers, like, all the time.
Okay, so we're locking that in. She lives among flowers.
I think she lives amongst the flowers, yeah.
To set up the game, we've got the corrupt pizza and Domino's taking over Midgar.
Yeah,
and we've got...
it's not going to be Domino's specifically, but it's going to be something very similar. It's going to be like called like Baccarat or something.
All right, yeah, we're up to the bit I mentioned earlier.
Oh, okay. Cloud, why don't you dress up like a girl? It's the only way. Okay, so Aerith, being a girl of the forest or whatever, she's like, look, I can't go in there because I don't have like the social etiquette skills to get into this pageant, like and win it. Cloud, you're like very graceful. Like you should do it instead. Alternatively, now I'm thinking it might be like this is a okay, I figured this out. This is a club and it's like a ladies' night thing. So girls get in free, but they don't have any money. And so Aerith is like, okay, for us to get in, Cloud, you need to dress like a girl, then we can get in free.
And of course she wouldn't have any money because she lives among flowers.
She lives among the flowers.
They don't have capitalism
in the forest.
So...
It's a socialist system. Everyone's happy in the forest. Don Corneo, I guess that sounds like a mafia guy. Woohoo, I've made up my mind. Okay. It looks like from the hair, I think that we are dressed as a girl right now. Is my guess. That guy's feet are enormous, huh? In the back.
Yeah, yeah.
Bigger than his head. Interesting. This is the guy I think that we're trying to get to, though. Maybe he's the owner of the bar that we just got into, or the club. But I think, like, regardless of if it's that or the pageant, this is like the big guy on top that we're trying to get access to, because he's got some stake in the Domino's power plant taking over.
So we're still dealing with the pizza that's causing.
No, it's all connected. Yeah.
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 Okay.
Okay, wait, you hear something above us. Okay, so I see Tifa's here. I don't really know what her, like, position is or, like, what she does. I know she kicks good. Oh, you know what this is? This looks like some power plant situation over there. So I'm back on track.
Well spotted. Well spotted.
Yeah.
It's all connecting.
We're all trying to get back into the PowerPoint. At this point, are these in chronological order, by the way?
They are.
They are,
The
okay.
only thing you can trust me on is that these are all in the game and they are all chronological.
Okay.
Other than that, it's anyone's game.
Right. Okay, so the people up at the gate, I think they're trying to get it. They're trying to get in, right? I think they're all part of the same gang here. I guess Cloud has joined this gang of rebels that's trying to stop the Domino's takeover. I guess they've expanded their party a little bit. They found some other rebels. They want to free the lower class. And so what they want to do is, I think they want to take over this PowerPoint. I don't think they want to destroy it. I think they want to, like, I think they were trying to find some information on, like, infiltrating from Don Corneo, who's, like, maybe one of the board members at the PowerPoint. As far as something above us, I think that our heroes are kind of getting close to breaking into the power plant, and then someone pulls the alarm, right? And then the guards or whatever start flying in on their hover ships that is in every Final Fantasy. I feel like I'm not getting my bearings correctly. This feels like an ink blot test. What am I looking at?
The worst bit is, a lot of the cutscenes are like hours apart. This is like seconds apart.
Okay, this is like the bottom of a big UFO, sort of, and it's like a drop ship, and I can sort of see, like, the ramp opening up at the bottom there.
Mm-hmm.
I think and then those are, like, jets on the back there. I think those are actually numbers. I think that's 7 and 8. Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Nana and Hatu. Yeah.
Okay.
Not a weird.
You're locking in spaceship.
Yeah, that's a spaceship. It's full of robot guards. Yeah. So Tifa's talking, precious specimen. I remember from the picture you showed me earlier, there was some sort of a lion-hyena hybrid creature.
Yep.
I think that's sort of I'm guessing that's the animal companion for this one, because every JRPG seems to have one of those. Oh yeah,
it's obligatory.
Yeah. So that is, we're just going to call him Simba for right now, because I don't have a name. So Domino's is at the top, right? The pizza place. And
naturally, yeah.
And one of the branches they own is this power plant. And in that power plant, there's a lot of suspicious stuff going on. There's a lot of money going into it. No one knows, like, where all the people are going. And they've broken into it now, and they found that there's a lot more going on than just, like, power generating going on here. There's, like, an underground secret laboratory, and they've bred this sort of creature here, and they're trying to figure out why. It's a precious specimen, so it's like some sort of very powerful cat creature, and I think they're going to free it. That's my guess. Okay. So I've seen Cloud on a motorcycle before. I guess this shouldn't be too surprising. I think that, okay, so they're in the power plant. They find the tiger thing, and I think they get spotted. I think they get spotted and they have to make an escape. And, you know, they sort of are, like, running through the labyrinth of tunnels, and then they see, like, some motorcycles in a parking garage, and they're like, Cloud's like, I know exactly how to get us out of here.
It's the 90s, of course.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. And then it does the shot of, like, the outside of the building with, like, the garage door, and then they burst through it, you know?
And he just goes
on their motorcycles, like on a ramp, yeah.
Yeah.
I can see the little faces up there. I think I see Barrett is one of them.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing this is the party escaping, and there's sort of a little mini game here of driving your motorcycle down the road, like dodging cars, maybe something shooting at you from behind. I don't know.
With Simba?
Oh, I think they had to leave him behind.
Oh, of course.
I wonder if I think I'll have to figure out later if they freed him and then left, or if they left him in there. We'll see what happens.
Only context I'll give you for this one is that this is a flashback which happens after that scene I just showed you.
I'm going to be the best there is, just like Sephiroth. Interesting. Okay, so I haven't heard a lot about what Sephiroth does or who he is. It sounds like he might be some sort of a local hero, kind of like the warrior that everybody loves. Like he's protecting the city. And so it's so surprising when we find out later on that he's working with the power plant guys or whatever. Um, maybe he even has like almost like a mentor or like a big brother relationship with Cloud, and he's like looks up to him a lot, and then that makes the betrayal sting so much more
Yeah,
like
and
later
then
on.
he's involved in the shady
Yeah, it turns out
animal experimentation stuff.
Yeah, he's involved in the power plant animal experimentation pizza operation.
Yeah, and
This looks like they might have left Midgar at this point because of the sky not being black. That's my guess. So I think
Yeah.
that when they escaped the power plant, they had to like go on the run basically with the motorcycles, and I think they're outside the city now.
And this is one of the first places that you go to, as you said, after escaping Midgar.
Okay. The cold saucer.
Oh, it's the gold saucer. It's just the fact that
gold saucer.
I got was so
wow. Welcome.
19...
Okay, so welcome.
97.
Welcome to the gold saucer. Okay, so Star Wars Cantina moment where we've escaped the first part of the danger, and we're like, maybe Barrett or Tifa, one of the party members is like, I have somebody who we can go to for this. Like, I know somebody who can help us. Like, maybe I think it's Barrett is like,
okay,
yo, I got a friend who can help us out.
Spot on.
And we can
needs
find
more swearing. Needs more swearing, but that's a pretty good impression.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, you. What are you looking so down for? Okay. I'm trying to read some of these words here. Chocobo pavement, found, feed, battle, ghost station, is what I'm guessing. These words don't help me much.
Yeah, that's not a lot of not linking them together yet.
There's not a lot that I can sort of latch onto here. I think there's some sort of creature over there on the side. And the sort of like a white blob there. Oh, you know what? I think that might be the gremlin from earlier.
Yes, you spotted the gremlin. Well done.
Yeah, and he's got a hat on, I think. It looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks like maybe like it's a fun top hat or like sort of a Mad Hatter kind of thing. Oh, maybe that's the friend.
That's our Han Solo.
That's the Han Solo of Final Fantasy VII.
A gremlin wearing a top hat.
Yeah, the guy we're here to meet. And he's like, yeah, I think this guy's a little more jovial, right, than Han Solo. He's like, hey, you, what are you looking so down for, huh? Like, hey, let's have a good time, grab a drink,
We're going for like a New Yorker / Italian sort of thing.
Yeah. Hey, grab a drink. It's my old friend Barrett. Remember
I'm liking
back
this.
in Midgar?
I'm liking this.
Yeah. I think this is like the basement of the building, somewhere the public's not. Okay, so Sephiroth was in the bar, right? And he's like this big. He didn't spot them. He didn't spot the party because I think they're wanted criminals at this point by the Midgar police or whatever. And Sephiroth, who is like he's like I think he's like an independent, like a mercenary kind of warrior guy.
Oh, so he's only recruited by the bad corporation.
I think that's what it is. I don't think he's like one of the big guys, but I think he's kind of the hired muscle.
Well, that would fit into your like perception of him being morally grey.
Yeah, it would. And so like we get down here and we find out in the basement, like so I think the party sees Sephiroth while they're in the Gold Saucer bar or whatever. And they keep out of his notice, and they kind of trail him downstairs, and then they find this like in his wake, like a bunch of corpses, and then Cloud is like, holy shit, like did he do this, or like what's going on? Because I thought he was a good dude.
Oh, he's found him.
Out of my way, I'm going to see my mother. Okay.
Anything you can decipher from this?
I guess Sephiroth's mother is the librarian. And Cloud is like, hey, Sephiroth, like, what did you do back there? I saw like all the bodies, did you do this? And he's like, out of my way, I'm going to see my mother. Cloud's like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm trying to like confront you, right? And he's like, not even. Sephiroth is like so powerful, he doesn't even like care, he's just like get out of my way or I'm going to destroy you, I'm just going to see my mother.
God, this is a jump.
Right. Yeah, huh. All right, so I don't know Sid.
All right, I'll try and give.
Is this from this game?
We're already getting to the point where you're questioning if this is the right game. Okay, I'll try and give the tiniest bit of context, a scrap of context. we're not in the same area we were last time.
The power plant experimentations with the secret lab they have going on down there has created some like weird timey-wimey problems, and things are sort of changing in our world, right? Like there's been this catastrophe, and like our world is slowly like turning into some weird other dimension. And like I can see there's a little guy down there, I think. It looks like he might be naked, no way to tell. I'm becoming one with the planet. Okay, so this leads me to think that the big void channel thing they opened up was on purpose. This was not an accident at the lab. This was something they intended to do. And Sephiroth, even though he was kind of a mercenary originally, has sort of the whole time been working towards getting like, I'm gonna like, you know, backstab them, and like we're trying to access some great power, I think, from another dimension. Like, oh, Don Corneo and like the other fat cats at the top, like they don't like they don't know, like, I'm gonna like take this power for myself. The thing has worked. Sephiroth's plan is paying off. I think the whole like weirdness of like the visuals in the last slide was just like side effects of him opening this connection with some other entity or other dimension. Yeah, like I've connected to the core of the earth or something like that. There's a lot going on here. I see like there's an inscription in the back there. It looks like maybe a meteor hurtling towards some people. And it looks like at the bottom of the screen, I can see the top of Cloud's hair. So I think he's talking to him. I think this is well past the point of confrontation for them, and they're probably going to fight. Okay, this is sort of... Okay, I see. So it looks like that's... I think that's Aerith. Yeah, I think it is. So I guess that she's died. Like, maybe she'll come back in some way. But I'm going to say for right now that she has actually died. Sephiroth, in order to complete the process, needed like some sort of like someone like to kill somebody like pure of heart or something in order to gain the true power. I think, you know, he's probably like falling in love with her or whatever, but yeah, this is the like all is lost moment, I think.
And now Sephiroth is T-posing to harness.
No, this is a classic villain thing. Like, I have the power.
I'm gonna be interested to see how that translates in the remake, because I don't know, it's just gonna be fucking hilarious to see Sephiroth just like sort of doing this in this like fully HD, very realistic model.
Yeah, I think that Cloud has already fought and defeated Sephiroth. I think he is. I think this is not Midgard, just from the background. I think we're in a different place. Maybe this is some sort of interdimensional place. Maybe Cloud... Okay, here we go.
Let's hear it. Oh my god.
Cloud has defeated Sephiroth, okay, in combat. This is like the big boss battle or whatever. And has either like stalled him momentarily or like defeated him. I'm not sure. He takes Aerith through the like void channel to this other world that we're pulling the power from, and it's this like pool, and he like lays Aerith down in the pool, and I think it's gonna heal her and bring her back to life. I think she's legitimately dead, and I think this is gonna like bring her back to life. This is where the reunion is happening, where everything begins and ends. Okay, so this is all the characters we've met and fought with during the game.
Okay.
And they're all gathering back here in the Crystal Kingdom, and I'm trying to figure out if they've died and that's why they've ended up here. I think I see Tifa in the back corner. So I don't think so. But I mean, maybe Tifa dies too. Who knows? But I don't think so. I think that I think everybody's assembled here because Cloud like put out some sort of a call, like, "Hey, please come help me."
Oh, so this is like the Avengers Assemble moment.
Yeah, this is their Avengers moment. Yeah.
Let's see what the Avengers get up to.
Yeah, I'm excited. Okay, so yeah, same girl. I guess we're on a motorcycle again. It looks more like it might be a wheelchair, honestly, but I'm gonna just assume that it is a big, weirdly shaped motorcycle.
Okay.
It's a two-person motorcycle.
Oh, so Tifa's like holding on the back.
Yeah, Tifa's like holding on, sitting on the back of the motorcycle. Yeah. They're in a jungle, which is a new setting. I don't think I've seen that yet. I think that we are. Okay, I don't think we had a confrontation with Sephiroth before, right after he killed Aerith. I don't think that was the last one. I think that was just a fight, and he's like, "You win this time," and like, "I'll be back," disappears. Two of them are off on like a mission, like a solo or whatever, like a duo mission.
Okay, all right.
And, things aren't going as planned.
Let's see where the motorcycle takes them. Just want to say, this is that screenshot and this one is one of the few with the least amount of time between them.
Yeah,
think it might be literally a minute between them.
God.
So when you said, oh, they've had the final confrontation with Sephiroth, that was the end of the first disc, and there are 3 discs.
What?
We're now in like the start of the 2nd disc.
Oh my God. Yeah, no wonder this didn't fit on the N64. Jesus. Jesus Christ. All right. This is the inside of your dreams, or is it your subconscious? Okay. Cloud and Tifa might have had an accident on that motorcycle because there was something collapsing, like a bridge collapsing around them. And they like black out and they wake up here. The inside of your dreams, or is it your subconscious? So I think they wake up here together and they're like, whoa, we're both having the same dream. And Cloud is like, no, I think this is like, I think we're inside of my head, like I've seen this before.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I think that they're a little bit confused at this point. I don't think they're in a physical place. I think they're, this reminds me of like the end of Harry Potter when Harry's like, is this real or is it happening in my head? And Dumbledore's like, yes, of course it's happening in your head. But why does that mean it's not real? Yeah.
One thing I do want to bring to your attention is that there are 2 clouds in this.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I didn't see that one peeking out from behind the dialogue box.
Yeah, wanted to make you aware of that.
So I think maybe that is probably Tifa's first hint that they are not in the real world.
Oh, yeah, that would be a good indication. Yeah.
I wonder if there's many clouds in here.
Ooh.
Wow, you know what? Now that that big mass of shapes, I think, is also another cloud.
It is. There is another cloud, and that is the cloud. It's a cloud of clouds.
Those were just like polygons that they left. God, it looks like Sephiroth over there. And Cloud is sort of lying down. I wonder if he's been captured. It says, yeah, this is me. And then I never made it as a member of Soldier. Okay, so I think Soldier is Barrett's gang, maybe? Maybe that's their name, like the acronym. And the acronym stands for Super, Oligarchy, Lost, Defiance, I, Enter, I eat. I'm extremely right. I think it's going to be something stupid and convoluted like S.H.I.E.L.D., like where they just like really need to make it an acronym.
It's incredibly forced.
Yeah, okay. It looks like there might be some sort of a ninja in the back, and then up in the front there's a sort of another guy with a big sword, and Sephiroth is kind of watching calmly. So I'm trying to figure out if Cloud is here against his will. It looks like he might be sitting inside of a bag. I can't really tell what's going on with the bottom half of him. I think this is a truck. They're trying to get somewhere hidden, so they're in the back of like a truck disguised as somewhere else. I think that Sephiroth may have rescued him and said like, hey, Cloud, like, I know you think I'm the bad guy, but like this is what my plan is and why I'm trying to do this.
So they've made amends.
I don't know if they've made amends. I think Cloud is like still a little bit on the fence, and he's like, yeah,
so
they're like,
the boys are sort of back in town.
Right. I think when he says I never made it as a member of Soldier, that leads me to think Cloud is going to be joining Sephiroth's team, like now, his squad. I'm trying to figure out what the first object is there. It looks like something.
Well, I will say this is a flashback again.
Okay, all right, that's helpful. I think that the character with the black hair at the bottom seems like the same one who was in the car in the truck.
Oh, that dude, yeah.
That guy, yeah. I think that's him, and I guess his name is Zach, just because I haven't met him yet. So I'm guessing that's Zach. I'm trying to figure out what that object is there. It looks like it might be some sort of a potato man, or like a turkey. I'm trying to like figure out what the orientation of this is. You remembered is kind of a weird thing to say when greeted with this creature. Is this maybe one of the mutants that's escaped from the facility?
Oh, so we're dealing with like chicken mutants now.
Yeah. It's like sort of a weird. I think this. I still keep feeling a potato vibe from it. I don't really know. It looks like it might have a fun hat on. I'm wondering how Zach fits in. Maybe he's an old friend of Cloud's.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's move on. I'm
Okay.
interested. I can't go without my friends. Okay, so I see Barrett is back.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who that is. It looks like he might be sleeping in a blanket or under a sleeping bag.
They're like tucking him in.
Yeah, I think that okay, what I'm understanding here is that Barrett is like, it looks like he's working on something over there. I can't see because of the sleeping bag, but Zach, or not Zach, whatever this guy's name is, he looks pretty comfortable. Looks like he's got his like arms behind his head like this, and he's just sort of like lying back on like a bag, and he's like inside of his sleeping bag.
Okay, so he's comfortable around.
He's sort of taking it easy, and he's like, Cloud, come on. We have enough people here. Like, we just gotta go. We gotta get out of here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cloud's like, no, I can't go without my friends, right? I remember from the demo of the remake, there was another girl named Jess or Jessica or Jessie, and I think she's probably also one of the people that he's talking about there. Yeah.
Well, let's see where they're going with their friends.
I'm excited. Oh, we're going to space. Okay. I genuinely didn't know this went to space. Okay. Wow. Okay, so they are super in space. That's the guy from before.
Yeah.
We'll call him Colin. He looks like
Colin.
A Colin. Yeah.
Solid name.
I think those two other characters are people I don't know.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
then I see Cloud.
Other characters I had no time to introduce.
Right. This guy is some sort of a scientist, some sort of an inventor. He's like, hey, Sephiroth is like doing this big evil plan. We've got to go to space if we're gonna beat him. He's gonna do this big thing on the space station, and like we've got to travel there to stop him. And so Cloud is like, yeah, that's why he was like, I can't leave my friends behind like on Earth, right? And he's like, no, we gotta go. We gotta get moving. And so I guess these are two other friends that are part of Soldier that are gonna come as just like backup. This looks like a Star Wars situation again, where they've sort of like come around to the Death Star and are like dropping into the one tunnel where they can shoot it and destroy it. I think that Sephiroth has already taken over the space station. He's using the crystals or whatever to destroy. I don't know if he wants to destroy the Earth. I don't think so. I can't really. Sorry, is that the lion from before?
It is.
Is he wearing a parachute also?
He is.
That's interesting. So this maybe is a super intelligent creature, like a sentient, like human intelligence creature. Okay.
Yeah, the Avengers are back together.
Yeah, they are. We're approaching the end of Disc 2, I feel.
The thing is, you are absolutely correct.
Yeah, God. So this is the part where we attack and dethrone God.
This is a JRPG,
Yeah.
so we've gone from, and to say that, let's make a JRPG where we go from dealing with a pizza company to dethroning God.
Yeah, it's absolutely in line. Yeah.
That's in the realm of possibilities
100%.
of Square, so.
This is either a creature that Sephiroth has summoned like an angel, or it's he himself has been imbued with divine power, like his plan worked.
Oh, so he is God.
He might be like being given the power of God. Thing is, we can't be fighting God at the end of Disc 2 or whatever. Or like the beginning
we're on Disc 3 now.
Okay. I feel like God would have to be the final boss battle. I think this is... I mean, I don't know Sephiroth's face well. I think that might be him, and I think he has been given some divine power, just like a little bit, enough to like transform him. And we're doing another huge fight with him. Yeah, Cloud looks like he's either dying or perhaps he has died in some way. Okay. I'm guessing he comes back in some, Okay, that's Sephiroth. I know he's got blood on his face. He looks very surprised. Maybe he's surprised that he won.
Okay.
Now he's exploding. It makes me think he's not one. Maybe she's hugging his corpse.
She's getting awful close to that dead body.
Yeah, keep going. Okay, Barrett looks angry. Oh, there's some words. What's going to happen to Midgar? Okay. That gives me a feeling of resolution, I think. Like, I think that we have beaten Sephiroth for the last time. Maybe that was the final boss then. I think Sephiroth became God, and we beat him because it's a JRPG. And so he's like, what's going to happen, everybody? All right, I get that.
That's the best image I could get.
Yeah, huh. My best guess is that the Earth is just exploding.
Yeah, it is an explosion. I can tell you that much.
Yeah. Ship it.
Yeah, and this is the final frame of the game.
Oh, really? Okay, so I haven't actually seen Aerith back in commission since the pool, actually. I wonder if the resurrection thing didn't work, or I wonder if Cloud was sort of laying her to rest there. She's died, and she's like watching them happily from above, like, you guys did it. Like, you saved the day.
You destroyed the planet.
You destroyed the planet. I always believed in you. You stopped. Effectively, though, they did stop the Domino's power plant, though, because
if you
the Earth
destroy
is destroyed.
everything,
Yeah.
then the bad guys die as well. So.
All right, that makes sense. I think this is, though, regardless of whatever else is right, I think maybe this is Aerith looking down and being like, you guys did it. You're right. Like, I always believed in you, right?
Yeah, proud of you. Okay,
Yeah.
and that is Final Fantasy VII.
That was one of the greatest of all time, huh?
Is it everything you hoped for and more?
I guess. I think it actually might be less confusing than I expected.
What?
Just having like played like some Kingdom Hearts and then some other Final Fantasies, like, yeah, it's like.
Yeah, I suppose once you play Kingdom Hearts, it just gets easier.
Yeah. Now, so. I would love to know, like, sort of what I got right, what I got wrong. I think the list of what I got wrong is going to be very short.
Okay,
so just go through that.
Yeah, so let's just roll through that. I suppose it's easiest just to say that pretty much most of it was wrong. But the interesting thing is that occasionally there was like these nuggets of truth. Like, you got like the weirdest, most specific stuff right. So you were like, oh, that's Zack, that's no friend of Cloud's. And I was like, yeah, we're on the right track here. Like, oh, Sephiroth has divine power. Damn. But then it's like, oh, the pizza company. Oh, Soldier. Oh God, the gremlin. Yeah, that's not. But I just want to say that gremlin with the top hat. Mm-hmm. The character is the top hat, but the top hat is actually a cat.
Can you I think I've seen a cat. I've seen that. Oh wait, the cat was sitting on his head in the picture earlier too.
Yeah. So the cat.
When I saw this, I thought they were doing maybe a Rocket, Raccoon, and Groot situation.
It's sort of similar, actually. Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna go through the rest of the PowerPoint so I can like jog my memory of the stuff that was wrong. Right. So you took the pizza thing quite literally, and went with that. Bold move.
It's because of the pizza.
Yeah. So the pizza was referring to this, which is where they live in Midgar. The setting is you have this circular bit where all the fat cats live, and then underneath is where the poor people live. And they call the bit on top the pizza. And that is a slice of the pizza falling down and getting the poor people.
I don't understand. Tell me a little about Sephiroth's journey. I'm confused on that a little bit.
Okay.
Is he a good guy at the beginning?
Okay, so his whole thing. So this is a flashback to when Cloud was a kid. And Sephiroth was, if I'm remembering correctly, the top guy in Soldier, which you assumed was the the Barrett gang. Mm-hmm. So the Barrett does have a gang. You were right about that, and you were right that Cloud joins that gang and they recruit more people into it. But they're actually called Avalanche. Okay. And Soldier is, so Cloud's a kid. He looks up to Sephiroth because he wants to be a big soldier boy and everything. Right. And then he, I fucking hate Square. Their stories are so hard to explain. His mother is a god, I think. And they used the god to create the ultimate being, which was Sephiroth, and then he sort of just goes a bit out of control and goes a bit murdery.
Would you go so far as to say Sephiroth is sort of the Shadow the Hedgehog of this story?
He is!
Okay.
There's a lot of parallels going on there.
Right.
Moral ambiguity is with the people that created Sephiroth because they saw themselves doing this good thing, but then their murder weapon just went.
They made an evil Captain America.
Yeah, he went completely batshit.
Which is just the Winter Soldier, so.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Pretty right about this. He had to kill Aerith for a particular reason. Not because she's like pure as heart, but because she is part of species, I guess, called the Ancients, which have...
She's not human.
Yeah, well, she's like half human, half ancient.
Okay.
And she has this link to the planet, which obviously is Sephiroth's whole deal.
Right.
He's about... And killing Aerith makes the planet sad, and has it...
that makes less sense than the thing I came up with.
I think your story's better. Oh god, there's a massive plot point I forgot to explain, because of course there is. So Cloud, when he went to join Soldier 5 years before the story started, he was sort of experimented on by Shinra, I want to say. And because of that, he has this link to Sephiroth, and Sephiroth can like control him sometimes.
So he can control him sometimes.
Yeah, at convenient points. Like at one point he attacks Aerith, and then Aerith...
Oh, this is a Harry Voldemort situation.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is exactly that. They fell into the live stream, which is where they have all this
They
trippy
fell
shit going
into
on.
the live stream?
They
Is that something you
did.
can just fall into physically?
I didn't think it was up until this point, but apparently you can, and that's when she starts having to connect all of his memories together. And it turns out he was never in Soldier. He was given false memories or something, and he was given the memories of Zack, who you did get right, who's that guy there. This is a flashback to... the sack of potatoes is Tifa. Let's just get that out of the way.
Huh. Oh, okay, I see that she's fallen down the stairs.
Yeah.
I'm piecing together the polygons.
He is the one-winged angel in this scene, yes.
Okay.
And yeah,
So what is Sephiroth's goal? Just to be God?
to destroy stuff. Yeah, it's not.
Is he trying to destroy the world?
You were giving him a lot of credit when you said that he's ambiguous, because he's pretty much just like, oh, destroy stuff. Yeah,
It's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess because I know he's like kind of credited. He's sort of referred to as like one of the most like popular villains in like video games, and like it kind of seems like he just wants to kill people and doesn't have a lot of nuance to him.
Yeah, there's not a lot of nuance. I think why he's so popular is because in the game he plays off Cloud really well, because he's basically just fucking with Cloud the whole time. Like he, because Cloud has these false memories, but Sephiroth knows the truth. So occasionally he'll just drop by, like, "Hey Cloud, this bit about your life isn't true," and then he fucks off again.
Yeah, I actually was talking to a friend a while ago about this, and he was like, you know, I think Sephiroth's like sword might be more iconic than him as a character. And I was like,
absolutely, yeah.
I'm excited. I'm planning to play the remake at some point. Holy shit, your desktop! Oh my god!
Did you see it? Oh no! Did you see how messy it is?
Oh my god! My desktop has no icons on it. That's my desktop.
What?
Yeah. Because I don't want fucking icons looking at me every time I open it. You still have all of the fucking default Windows icons that I know you're not using at the bottom, such as Microsoft Edge and the fucking mail thing.
God.
Fix your computer. Now, was Aerith always there, or is that new?
She was always there.
Okay.
She's best girl. Yeah. Okay, all of these are Baldur's Gate icons that I've been using. The rest are interviews, obviously, like stuff with GameBusters, some uni work, some freelance work, some games, payout sheets with GameLuster. Yeah. Like, oh my god, the ethics essay, that's from my second year of university.
They've actually added a thing in Windows called folders, and you can sort of organize the documents within them.
There are folders, like everything in my essays in a folder, everything for that project's in a folder.
Right, but there's also a documents folder, there's a videos folder.
But if it's on desktop, it's there when I want it.
Right, but that means it's also always there.
But I like it there. Oh, it always makes people cry. I love it.
I'm sick. Sick.
How do I stop sharing my screen? I can't.
God.
Oh, God.
But if you liked what you saw here, please like and subscribe, and then, you know, do some comments, I guess. I guess it doesn't benefit us if you comment, so that's up to you. Okay, well, thank you guys, and I'm so hungry. That's my outro. Do you have anything you want to say, Ree?
Oh no, I thought we were just going to end it on you. That's absolutely
Okay,
fine.
great. Good. I'm glad we got that done correctly.